Welcome to E-Replica Part 2. Today we're going to talk about looking at the calendar and the special features that you will find in the Washington Post on certain days of the week. On the left-hand side, you'll see your calendar, and you can scroll through it and see that the calendar goes back for approximately 4 months, 120 days. So this right here listed in white, you can't click on that except for you can't click on that. So this is just for the days of the week where you see the black text, and you can go back all the way through October. I'm looking at the Washington Post E-Replica version today, which is January 5th, 2010. So let's go back to the calendar and let's go to December. Let's go to Tuesday. There are no special features on Monday, but on Tuesday you will see that there is always a health and science section in the Washington Post. So you can click on this and you'll see different articles about health that you can read in the Washington Post. So every Tuesday you will find the health and science section in the Washington Post. Let's go back to the calendar. Let's click on Wednesday. On Wednesday, the special feature that you will find listed on the table of contents right here is the food guide. Now, this was right around Christmas time, and they had a big section about different Christmas cookies that you could make and give as gifts perhaps, or just eat them all up yourself, as well as different sales at grocery stores and things like that. We'll go back to the calendar and look at Thursday. On Thursday, they always have a wellness, family, and community news section as well as a crime report. So let's click on wellness. And here it talks about how you can eat special foods that will help your brain. And every Thursday, you will find this section. Now, as you go down to the community news, local living, you'll notice that this version of the Washington Post only includes the District of Columbia. So the E-Replica version only includes local news from the District of Columbia. And I will show you in another presentation on the WashingtonPost.com presentation how to find information about our local community. Now let's go to Friday. Friday, you may or may not be aware that they have something called the weekend section. It is not listed on the table of contents here, but I'll show you how to find it. You scroll down here, it's beneath the sports section, and you see the sports section is always section D, and beneath the sports section, you'll see page numbers. When you see these page numbers, you're looking at the weekend section. And here you'll find information about what movies that are out, what good things are playing at the theater, plays, concerts, etc. So those are the special features that you will find using the calendar function of the Washington Post. So let's review again. On Tuesday, you'll see the health section. Wednesday, the food section. Thursday, wellness, family, and community news. And Friday, you'll see the weekend section. So now let's look at the search button over here for a moment. You can do a search in the Washington Post by going to this screen, and you can determine whether or not you'd like to search for an article for today, the last 3 days, this week, this month, anytime. So let's say I want to look for something in today's newspaper about Obama. So you make sure this says today, and this button is checked, and it's looking for information in the headline or the body of the article. I don't know who the author is, and I'll press search. And here you'll see different articles that include the name Obama. And it's sorted by date. I can click over here on the right-hand side. I can change it to sort it by relevance. The difference between date and relevance is date is the most recent, and relevant will bring up the article that mentions the name that you're looking for the greatest number of times. So let's say I want to do a search anytime. And I want to clear the search. I want to search anytime within the last 120 days. And I saw an interesting article about a 30-year-old college freshman. Those were some of the words in the article. And I'll press search. Now this article was interesting because it was about a person who was in prison, falsely accused, and he was able to get out of prison and go to college at George Washington University. So this is the article right here. A college freshman with a major difference. So this one is very interesting to read. As I mentioned before, you can click on the article and page through the article, and you'll see all the information about on this topic. Then you can go back to page 1. Now, some of the features that I don't want you to use when you're using the E-Replica version of the Washington Post are the bookmark feature. There are a limited number of bookmarks available because this is provided free to our high school by the Washington Post. In order to be able to create the number of bookmarks that you want, you need to have your own subscription. If you go over here to My Services, all these are provided for persons who pay for the E-Replica version of the Washington Post. At this date, the last time I checked, the price of the E-Replica version of the Washington Post was $10 a month. So make sure you do not use My Bookmark, My Newspapers, My Monitors, or My Account because you're using the school's version of the E-Replica version of the Washington Post. So when you pay for it yourself, then you feel free that you can go ahead and put bookmarks here. You can zoom in and make the article larger. You're going to skip bookmarks. And here, different ways you can share the article. If you have a blog or a Facebook website or a Twitter account, you can send an article there. And emailing is the best way. Then you can also print and you can listen to the article. So the next version of the E-Replica version, the E-Replica lesson, I'm going to tell you we're going to do a few practice searches. So stay tuned.